Previously on the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, Panzer Dragon was playing Malzahar. He won the game, and then he got demoted. Will we ever get back into Challenger? Find out on this episode of Challenger 2 Rank 1! Alright, so in my last video, a lot of you guys sensed my salt and calling me the baby. The thing is, I want you guys to feel these emotions that I'm feeling as well and what I'm remembering, regardless if it's right or wrong, but I think it's more entertaining if you guys get more of my emotions, you feel me? Also, some people want me to have a profanity filter. I'm not going to do that because, I want you guys to taste my salt whenever I remember it from a game, and you can taste my happiness whenever I win a game. But again, thank you for the feedback. I do take it all for consideration, but I think this style is more comfortable for me to do. Alright, so in this game we'll be playing with Sneakerdoodles as the AD carry, and a mid laner who goes by the name of Banana Baileys, who I really respect. I'll also be playing Elise, as you can see, and we'll be playing against, Alex Ich and Bjergsen again. And my plan in this game is to do whatever, as all my laners are strong laners, so whoever I camp for will do well. And so I go for my first gank in the top lane. So GP does try to bait it, but he does kind of fuck up a little bit. But I know I can 1v1 the Pantheon eventually, but what I didn't really expect was Gragas being here in the top lane. So I actually get caught out and we give 2 kills for free. Not a good start. One thing that I couldn't really expect was Gragas being in the top lane, because usually junglers start the top side and then go to the bottom side because, the top laner is giving him a leash and their bottom lane needs to have the Gromp or the Golems. So unless I figured out at the beginning of the game where Gragas would start, I definitely would have no knowledge if Gragas would be there. I also could have warded before I went into that gank, but yeah, it was honestly a pretty risky move for me to do something like that. Now next up, I noticed that Ryze is kind of getting aggressive under Yasuo's tower, so I see that and I kind of want to assist him to see if I can get a kill here. So right here, this is a pretty basic kill. I repel to him and kill him, and then later on we know that Gragas is in our jungle, so we do try and cut him off. Sadly, that doesn't work too well, but I see he's low on mana and a little bit of hit point. Ryze is also dead, and as you can see I have a tracker's knife, so I can go into his jungle and put some wards down to have some knowledge of where he'll be. I also definitely want to emphasize on the wolf camp because it will give me vision of his whole left side jungle, and so I don't really need to waste my tracker's knife ward in his jungle anymore. And yeah, when you see you have an advantage over the enemy jungler, you can definitely do aggressive moves like this, especially if your lanes are pressuring the other lanes. One thing I want to talk about is that kill steal and Ryze. Now, a lot of noobs will say, why'd you kill steal that? Well, the thing is, if you get an assist on a kill, you get 450 gold in total instead of 300. That's why it's always good to kill steal if you can get an assist. But if you get more than one assist, then it kinda splits the gold amongst the assisters. Now, I'm in the gank right here, and I see that Ryze is coming, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to let Corki live by distracting the Ryze so he can get away. I almost get away, but he does flash onto me, so that kind of sucks. And another thing I could have done was basically go on Gragas and turn left. In this situation, you don't want to fight them because you know that you're probably going to lose a fight, so you try and retreat as easily as possible. Anyways, the only one I can really gank right now is Pantheon because he doesn't really have any escapes. Plus, going in the bottom lane seems a little risky because Pantheon does have TP along with Ryze. Now right here I see my Yasuo getting dived, and I think I can take on Ryze, to be honest, because I have Cocoon, but what I don't really anticipate is a Rune Prison coming from him, and I actually get snared before I can Q him, so that really does suck. The better play there, what I should have done, was to repel right onto him and then Q him so he couldn't Rune Prison me before I use my Q. Either way, I don't think I should have done it anyways because there's a risk of me dying, for free. Now right here, the enemy is actually really low from multiple skirmishes happening across the map, and then I land a really nice cocoon on Ryze, and then we basically clean up everyone who's around here. Now watch this Yasuo. This is why I really respect Banana Baileys on Yasuo, is because he knows how to utilize Yasuo's kit. And then there's me, missing my cocoon that probably would have made him live, but we'll just skip to the next clip. Now in this clip, we're taking the bottom tower, but we want to escape because we know that our team is not coming to fight the team fight that might happen in the bot lane. Plus we don't know where the enemies are, so we have to get the fuck out of here. Should our teammates come and assist us? Fuck no. They're gonna lose the team fight and die with us if we fought the fight, so we don't want to fight anything that's not gonna go our way. But right here, this is a good team fight for us because it's a 5v4. And anything we do, like get a catch on someone, any CC, that person's gonna die, and the enemy team for sure does not want to fight it since Pantheon isn't there. A little later, we are taking the mid tower since the enemy is recuperating, and then Braum gets a nice catch on Pantheon, who probably shouldn't have been there, and we finish him off. Since we got this pick, and we see that a lot of people are in the bot lane, we can definitely siege the middle tower. Since it is only Thresh, we don't really care about trying to catch him. The only thing we care about is the tower. We don't care about kills, right? So yeah, moral of the story, focus towers, don't really care too much about kills, they're really risky. Now honestly, I think my team is stronger in team fights, and you'll see in the next team fight though, I am kind of scared of Ryze, so I'm trying to zone with my Cocoon, or my W or Q, anything that can slow him, or basically CC him. He is definitely in a really awkward position because he knows if he gets Cocoon, he's probably going to die, and he also is behind us. But we're also trying to deal with their front line, and basically this team fight is a clusterfuck. I actually missed my Cocoon on Gragas, and right here, I really do not want to fight because without my Cocoon, Ryze can actually kill us, and he definitely wants to engage on us right now, you can tell, but I say, you know what, fuck this fight, let's take the win, and let's back. You know, the win being the Fire Dragon. Now right here I get a catch onto Ashe, which is kind of a risky play because I don't know where the enemy team is, but we actually come out on top. And then we start the Baron, but if Gragas gets too close, we have to turn on him or else there is a risk of him stealing the Baron, and you can see my team is on the same page. Now this is our mistake, we're, screwing around with enemy, but we should have turned back onto the Baron because it was very low. Luckily my team actually gets the Baron, even though I died by an Ashe arrow and Ryze. Now in game, I didn't actually know I got Ashe out. I thought I got knocked up by the Baron Tentacle, and then Ryze fucked me, so I was really confused. But yo, you gotta watch this Yasuo do a really big outplay. Like, just watch. Flow. Oh. Wow. Okay, well, I said that wow like I was turned on or some shit, but I was just tired. Anyways, we got the Baron, and then you start sieging some towers. The enemy wants to fight you while you have Baron, but that's a really bad idea. You ace the team, and you eventually win the game. And now that brings us to 444 LP. Alright, so the next games are pretty fucking boring, I'm not gonna lie. Are we playing Swain top yet again? And it basically goes like this. I feed, but then I win, and then I play Swain some more and feed, but then I win, and then I play his Taric game. I do this, but then I feed some more, and then I lose. Uh-oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. And then in the next game, I went full tilt because my team, they were doing really bad in the early game. Like, they already gave 2 kills in the first 2 minutes. And then we're also facing CLG, well, 3 members of them. And then Zac dies at level 1. And then I start doing some stupid shit, like bronze level plays. Really bad stuff. But the reason I was actually doing some really stupid shit was because I went super aggressive mode because I knew that we'd lose this game if it kept going like this, so I want to make some big plays to try and snowball it around. That was my mindset, but obviously it just kind of snowballs against me, and basically the enemy is kind of screwing around for a really long time, but eventually we do lose. And in the next game we actually get CLG again, but without Huhi and only Aphromoo and Xmithy, who apparently people like calling me him. And right here, it's pretty interesting. I thought I could kill him before I actually die myself, but he does get a kill. And definitely a really aggressive play by me, but I think it's worth it because the wave starts pushing onto Alawi. And right here I actually just push with my team and try and go for a dive, because I do see that Jhin is kind of low, so it's an easy dive. I was actually just intending on sieging the tower, but when I saw it, I went for it. And our team actually does come out on top. Until this kind of happens where the enemy comes down and gangbangs us. Probably should have known that the enemy team was coming and we overstayed too much, but we thought it would be a good situation because it was a 4v3 and LeBlanc, was still alive, but the AoE coming from the enemy team was just too much and we all die. Next up, I actually make a big mistake on thinking we could save this tower, but what I didn't realize was that top was Mia, LeBlanc was low on mana and hit point, and top didn't have teleport, so we definitely could not hold it, and I actually get cut off by Aphromu's Talia wall, and I am a sitting bitch right here. This death actually made me feel a little miserable because I couldn't do anything. But right here, I see something happening on the minimap, and my team is just kind of fucking around with the enemy team, and I don't really want to fight it, so while the enemy team is being distracted, I want to push down mid, but then I actually see a team fight is breaking out, so I want to join my team and fight with them. And I don't know why I went into a Lowy clone, probably should have gone on Vladimir. But once I saw Eve, I was ready to ditch the team fight, but apparently we start winning it again and I come back in and I get a Wraith camp while my team gets a tower. That's all we can get though, respawn timers are too fast. A little later I actually make a huge mistake here by trying to clear some wards and thinking that I can come up mid and try and make a catch onto the enemy team. And I feel like I'm safe because I have my sweeper and no wards have spotted me yet, so I'm like, okay, let's make a catch somewhere. And apparently, I'm the one who's getting caught out right here. But my team sees this and they know they can follow up onto me. So what I do is I flash over the wall, kill the Jin, and then we team fight the enemy. Which is most likely going to go our way since it's a 3v4, so we're just trying to scramble for some kills if we can. Honestly, in these team fights, our goal is to protect Lucian, because Lucian has like 11 kills, so we just have to protect him, we have to peel for him, and we'll win the game. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And right here, my team actually gets a pick onto the enemy team. I don't know how, I mean, it's an Alawi, so that's very weird to me. But yeah, we get 2 kills, and we can now do Baron for free. If we had a minion wave, we'd probably take the middle inhibitor, but we do not have it currently, so the best option is to get the Baron. Also, you guys are probably wondering why I'm building Abyssal Scepter this game and not like a Riley straight up. It's because they have a lot of magic damage and I don't want to die. Plus, I wasn't really carrying this game, so I just want to be a little bit more tankier. And yes, we do get the Baron. And now we just go for a little team fight, which we can probably win since we're so far ahead, plus we have Baron. An enemy team is split up, and we aren't fighting under towers, so this is definitely an easy win. Now all you have to do is basically when you get Baron, you just siege down a tower, and you'll eventually get it. Just get the tower, don't really engage under the tower, unless you can burst them in a few seconds. But yeah, I get my revenge on CLG. You know, I'm feeling really good because that last game actually kind of made me mad. And now we're back at it again into Challenger. Well, actually we were Challenger at some point in this video, but I forgot to say it. But on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, we'll be playing with TSM's Svensson, I don't know how to say it, versus Xmithy and Afromu. Which team will win? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Anyways, if you guys did like this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I am Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.